Hi there, welcome to Crochet CJ episode 30. 30, that's just crazy, isn't it? My name's Carla, and I am a mom and midwife, and I am a born-again Christian, and I love people enough to tell them that. And I'm really excited for episode 30. That's kind of fun. I know it's been 2 weeks since I filmed. You know, life gets crazy and gets in the way, and I will just have to admit that last week I just did not feel, you know how you lose your crojo and you don't want to crochet sometimes? Very rare for most of us. I lost my Crochet CJ crojo, I guess. I didn't feel like making a video, and I thought, if I don't feel like making one, I really shouldn't make one, because it's hard to be joyful and it's hard to be happy when you're not feeling like doing something. So anyway, I feel great. I wasn't depressed or sad or anything. I just didn't feel like doing it. And you know, it's just like crochet or knitting or whatever you do. If you're not enjoying it, a lot of times you should just either set it aside or decide you're not going to do it. Anyway, finished objects. So I finished my fabulous socks. I now have two lovely socks. Okay, I know they look a bit wonky. They are crocheted, and the pattern is Fabulous Socks, and I found it on Ravelry. It is a paid pattern, and the yarn I used was Kartopu sock yarn that I purchased from Hobium. So, you know, if you guys I tried them on, they fit. That's probably why they look wonky, because I got some big feet now, I'm telling you. The good Lord gave me a firm foundation to stand on when he grew my feet. So I also did a lovey. I'd been planning to do one, and that's why I bought these little sale stuffies at Walmart after Easter. I turned her bunny ears into a little bow on her head so she wouldn't have to necessarily be Eastery. And the yarn is Bernat Pop and Scarlet Sizzle that I bought from Tuesday Morning. It's more than likely it's been a discontinued color or whatever. And what I did was I took a hairband and I just crocheted a granny square around it. So, you know, you can take the stuffy out and wash your lovey. I suppose you can wash your stuffy too, but you can wash them separately. Or you can change it out for a different lovey, you know, I mean a different stuffy. You can have a different animal in there if you want. Anyway, that was my first one I ever made, and that was fun. I'll have to find somebody to give that to. I'm sure I won't have any trouble. I know lots of people with babies. I also made a granny square baby blanket. I had some of the yarn that I brought back from Crystal's Crochet Retreat. It was a 1 pound just mystery acrylic in this pretty baby blue and white. And so I just made a giant granny square. I just, you know, started in the center with a granny square and went out, and it worked up really nice and came out as a square, believe it or not. I didn't use the entire pound. I still have this much left. But this thing was packed full, so I used quite a bit to make that with, so it's a pretty good size. I did finish it's How to Make a Beautiful Shawl by the Sparkly One. She has a YouTube video on how to do this. It's treble crochet corner to corner, and then it's got this really pretty cluster with picot border. Sharon from Sharon's Crochet Creations was the one that put me onto this shawl, and it's really pretty. It really turned out nice. Now, I will say, and have said before, I'm not a big fan of picot. In fact, I really considered not doing the picot on the edge, because not because it's hard to make, or because I just think it looks spiky. And I guess I like those smooth scalloped edges. But I tried like 3 different borders that I ripped, frogged back every one of them. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go with the one the pattern calls for. And I know it's going to look good because I've seen it on other people's projects and I've seen it on the one that she makes. So I did it and it looks great and I'm very happy with it. So there you go. The other finished object I have is I finished another Otto the Octopus. And yes, he's a big boy. He has tentacles. This is the huge octopus pattern. I found it on Ravelry and was inspired by Ella at No Catchy Name to make this. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with it. Guess I'm going to toss it over there on the bed so that it's not in my way. Anyway, he's made with Bernat blanket yarn in gray, vintage white, and burgundy. I think the pattern calls for like a teal blue in that, but I like the burgundy better, and so that's what I went with. I had made one of those for my grandson for Christmas last year, and he'd actually seen me working on it and wanted one, so I gave him that one, and then I started another one and finished it the other day because I'm going to enter it in the county fair. So that's my finished objects. The only joy in progress I have right now, I am making a summer top. My friend Cindy Kenny, one of my lovely subscribers, I posted on Crochet CJ Facebook page that I had bought a bunch of cotton acrylic yarn from Hobby Lobby on clearance and I wanted to make some summer tops. I bought a bunch of other cotton too and I wanted to make some summer tops, and I wanted pattern suggestions, and several people threw suggestions in there. Cindy must have thrown in about 20. She's so funny. But I did find, out of all suggestions, I found a couple that I wanted to try. This is the first one I'm trying. It's on the Make and Do Crew site and it's free on there. You can purchase the paid version. I was going to purchase the paid version. When I went to the website of the young lady who made the pattern, her name is Megan, I don't remember her last name, sorry Megan. I put it in my cart, but then it wouldn't let me do anything else. So I ended up just using the one that's on Make and Do Crew. So this is the front yoke. No, I haven't woven in my ends. And then I'm doing the back yoke. The back yoke is done, and now I've started on the bottom back part. And this is like many rows of front loop and back loop single crochet. So it's going to be a while before I get that done. But it's turning out really pretty, and I've kind of put it up to myself. I believe it's going to fit me. The yarn I'm using is the Baby Bee Hushabye from Hobby Lobby. The solid is Mint Charm, and it's 208 yards and 100 grams. It's 50% cotton, 50% cotton. 50% cotton, 50% acrylic, and it's a number 4. I think they recommend an I hook, but the pattern calls for an H hook, so that's what I'm using, is an H. The print I'm using is the same thing. It's a Hushabye ombre. It's called Pink Baby Camo. The only difference between this and that is that there is only 177 yards on the variegated one. So anyway, that's my only joy in progress right now, believe it or not. I'm sure I have some hibernating projects that, anyway, I haven't pulled out, but I will get those out. I have so many things that I want to make the hat I was knitting, if I showed you that last time, has been completely tinked back to the beginning. I'm waiting on a cable. When I ordered an 8-inch cable for my Chai-Gu interchangeable needles that I bought. Did I tell you guys about my Chai-Gus? I don't think I did, and I don't have them with me, sorry. I bought a set of Chagu interchangeable knitting needles since I am getting into the knitting thing. And so I needed an 8-inch connecting cable so that I could make hats and smaller things. And when I ordered it, I accidentally ordered the one with the large connectors, and so it only connects to the larger needles. And I've been trying to make a hat with that, and it's just not, it's so loose because I need to use probably bigger yarn or a different pattern, that it's just not working out. So those are supposed to be here in the mail today, and once I get that 8-inch connector for that, I will connect that to, you know, like the size 6 needles that I'm supposed to be using, and I will restart the hat and hopefully get it done. I'm sorry if this one ends up being a little bit long. I don't know that it will, because all I have left now to show you are acquisitions in Happy Mail. But I've gotten a lot of Happy Mail because I was still getting some residual birthday mail. Plus I've done some swap stuff with people. So my only acquisitions, Hobby Lobby, as you guys know, across the country, has been at different stores at different times doing their clearance. And last year when they did it, I didn't know about it until everything was gone except a couple of sugar wheels. And so that's all I really got last year, were a couple of sugar wheels. This year, don't ask. Don't ask how much I got. Suffice it to say, I did get a very great bargain price on several skeins cakes of yarn. Now, I have been farming that out to other people who like different things, and I have been sending Happy Mail. I have probably 5 different packages more of Happy Mail sitting next to me, waiting for me to be able to post it. Okay, postage gets expensive when you're sending out that many, especially if you're sending anything international. And you wouldn't believe, like those little purple mailers I send out, they're at least, you know, between $7 and $10 to send out. I guess it's depending on the weight or whatever. So, I mean, that's just domestically, you know, in the US. So it gets even more expensive when you're going international, and that's fine, and I'm not upset about it. I'm just, everybody who gets Happy Mail from me just has to know that I can't afford to do it all at one time when I'm sending out this much, because you know, my goal was to send out some every week for my birthday month. I didn't one week send it out, but the next week I sent out like 3, so I'm not too unhappy about that. I got plenty sent out. And obviously in June I'm going to be sending out even a lot more. So I didn't save it all to show. I didn't take a picture of everything I bought. I actually went and got some more shelves, and I tried to organize my yarn somewhat, because I did kind of have it all over the place. And so it's all put away, or it's in packages waiting to go to other people. And I'm sending out at least half of it, if not more. So I'm not being selfish with it. Just like other people, they bought it for giveaways, and that's good, and that's fun, and that's what we do. I am going to randomly select 4 people from this episode. I'm going to use a random comment generator and randomly select 4 people. If I've already sent you something, or I have something ready to send you, I probably will not use your name if you come up, just because I want to spread the wealth, and I know nobody's fussed about that. So I mean, even if you comment just a comment because you're, you know, a subscriber or a friend, and you know, or both, and you know, you just want to comment, that's great. And but if I've sent you something recently, I'm probably not going to send you another Happy Mail, just because I want to get Happy Mail out to more people. So after I've selected those 4 people, I'm going to post their names on Crochet CJ. That's just because, you know, sometimes finding the time or the quiet to make another video is difficult. And I'd like to get those names out as soon as I can. So probably by Monday, I'll have those names on Crochet CJ on my Facebook page. If you're not a member of the Facebook page, I'm not saying you have to join it. it's, you know, we don't do a whole lot on there other than people show their projects off or ask questions and things like that. But if you want to join, it asks you some questions. And the reason I ask you questions is not because, you know, I'm being mean or being selective. It's because I want to make sure it's somebody who's really a crocheter and not some troll before I approve you in the group, okay? After I post those names, I will make a short video and tell you who the names are, because I know there's people who don't do Facebook and they'd rather just do YouTube. So scratch the whole not making a video thing. I will make a video, but I will also post the names on Crochet CJ. So if your name pops up, what I need for you to do is I need you to email me at joyousmidwifecj@gmail.com with your mailing address so that I know where to send it. Yes, this is open international. I will ship international, because I mean, they're going to be, you know, probably a smaller package, envelope, whatever, with, you know, maybe 4 skeins of yarn and some stitch markers and things like that. So anyway, if you will just look for that, and we'll get that taken care of. All right, so that's enough for acquisitions, because I didn't save a picture or anything like that. I have gotten several packages of Happy Mail from people. My sweet friend Sharon from Sharon's Crochet Corner sent me some beautiful stitch markers. Sorry, I set them here beside me in this bowl. When the card arrived, I opened it, you know, and of course it says, "Friends like you make life way more fun. So glad I've got you. Happy birthday." It was my birthday card from her. And I like literally ripped the bag out of the card so I could open up the stitch markers. Thank you, Sharon, so much. That means a great deal to me. And these are some super cute stitch markers. There's a little purple like tassel, and there is an angel. Actually, I think that's probably meant to be a zipper pull or whatever, and that, I don't know how I use it. There's an angel. I love that one too. She knows I like sugar skulls, so she found me a skull and crossbones. That guy's got a big smile. I like me a happy skull. Because I love music so much, I think she got me a little guitar. Makes me feel like Elvis. Because I have 2 fur babies, she got me a little puppy paw. I'm sure she made these for me. And then this one is the Tree of Life. So this one's like my favorite. You know, the Tree of Life has a lot of meaning in my life. I'm gonna say mainly because, you know, as a midwife, when you deliver a baby and then, you know, after the baby delivers, there's the placenta. Well, on the top of the placenta where the umbilical cord inserts and all those vessels are, it looks like a tree. If you've never looked at one, if it doesn't gross you out and you want to look up placentas online and look at that, or if you look up Tree of Life, it may pop up a placenta. But, you know, because of the nature of what I do for a living and what I have, the area of medicine that I've worked in for my entire career as a nurse and then as a midwife, so that means a lot to me. Anyway, thank you so much, Sharon. I love it. I got that almost 2 weeks ago, and like I said, I haven't made a video. And I do have to apologize, because I believe there is one more person who sent me a birthday card that I have not shown. And I will be honest and say that I have put it in the bag with all my other cards, and I'm not sure who sent it. I'm not sure which one it is. So if you sent a card and I haven't shown it, you can tell me in the comments or email me, and I will find it and I will show it next time. I apologize. I really try not to do that. What I need to do is designate a spot in my filming room where I put things as they come in, you know, like a box or something that I put things in as they come in, so that I don't ever do that, because I don't ever want to slight anybody or hurt anybody's feelings. If you don't want me to say your name on the video, that's great. you need to let me know if it's okay for me to say your name. If it's not okay for me to say your name, I'm not going to say it. But if you tell me in your note or by email or something like that that you're okay with me sharing your name when I'm doing a video, then that's fine. I won't share your last name or your address, but I at least want to be able to say your first name if that's okay. And I know I said Cindy Kinney's last name. Cindy is well known by many, many people, but I know a lot of Cindys, and you know, that's why I mentioned her last name. Didn't mention her address. Don't tell you where she lives. I'm just telling you her name because a lot of people know her because she's a great subscriber, much like Dee Thompson has always been, you know, and I really shouldn't start that because there are tons of subscribers who subscribe to a lot of crochet and knitting podcasts and make great comments, and they're wonderful. So I'm really rambling a lot, so I need to move on. My sweet friend Karen, she's a young lady that I met at Crystal's Crochet Retreat, and she sent me a card, and it says Glurk Black Zonk Zing. That means happy birthday to my favorite earthling. Because she knows I'm a nerd, okay? So with that, she sent me this adorable, it says Be Yourself llama stitch marker. Love it, Karen. Love it, love it, love it. Can't wait to now I can use it because I've shown it. And she also sent me a pair of Gryffindor socks. So they would go with my hat and my cowl that I made with that yarn that Becky sent me. So, and they say Harry Potter on them, and they are so awesome, and I cannot wait to wear them. Oh, look, the other one has, one sock has the Gryffindor thing, and the other sock has lightning bolts. I didn't even notice that. And see, now I can wear my socks. Thank you, Karen. I love them, I love them, I love them. One of my sweet subscribers, her name is Erica. She also has a YouTube channel called Erica's Crafty. Erica Crafty, I'm sorry, E-R-I-K-A and then C-R-A-F-T-Y, Erica Crafty. She sent me a beautiful card with just a nice little note about my videos and just some nice comments and stuff. And she sent me a little baggie full of, here we go, we've got some peaches and cream cotton in white. That'll make great dishcloths. Yay. She sent me some, it's called Yarns Brunswick Knit and Crochet 4-ply worsted, and it's 100% acrylic, 175 grams, and it's Toronto, Ontario, made in Canada. I've never seen it before, so, and that may be why, because it's made in Toronto, and I don't see where it says how many yards there are. I bet it's on there, and I just don't see it because I'm not familiar with it. Well, it just tells how many grams it is. Anyway, it's a really beautiful green, and it just has a number. It doesn't have a color on it. And then she sent me some Red Heart Classic, which I'm pretty sure maybe some vintage yarn, but it's purple. And of course it's 100% acrylic. It's a 4-weight, and it is, well, the color is purple, and it's variegated, and I love it, and it's beautiful, and I thank you so much. And then she sent me, believe it or not, I have never had any sachet yarn, although I guess that one stuff I got, yeah, I do have some sachet yarn. I'm lying, because I've got that purple stuff that I made that potato chip scarf out of. Those scarves that look like that. Look at that, those colors. It's got purples and teals and greens. It's really pretty. It's a 6, considered a 6, super bulky. It's 3.5 ounces, 30 yards, and the color is Twist. So I'm gonna have some fun with that. And then she sent me this cute little notebook. Now that looks kind of Hawaiian to me, and I love Hawaii. I've been there when I was a kid, and I just think that's really cute. It's just a little unlined notebook for notes and stuff. Fit right there in my purse. I can take that with me. Karen, my friend Karen from KB Fibers, sent me a little package with some goodies. She sent me this cute little llama bag for little things. If you hear any background noise, I've got family visiting, and I left the door open so my dogs can come in and out so they won't be scratching at my guest's door and waking them up. She sent me this cute refrigerator magnet so that I can make my lists, and I need to use this today because I have to go to the grocery store when I'm done here, because I have company and didn't go to the store and buy any food. And then she sent me this really pretty, it's called Moonlight Bumbo. It's 98% acrylic, 2% polyester. Party is the color. And I don't know if it says on here how many yards there are. 100 grams. 462 meters. So anyway, isn't that beautiful with the sparkle? And it's purple and bright pink and gorgeous, and I love it. The main reason she sent me a package was she got some Easter egg dye on clearance, and so she knows that I'm still dyeing some yarn, and I had run out of Easter egg dye even though I bought a lot on clearance, so she sent me that. And then she sent me this beautiful card that says, "A day with you in mind is always a little sweeter, thinking of you and hoping you're blessed." Isn't that pretty? It's purple and flowery. I love it. And then my sweet friend Becky at Funny Farm Crochet had already sent me a lovely package full of yarn and stitch markers and things, but she said, that's not your birthday present. That's just happy mail. So yesterday in the mail, I received this beautiful hand-thrown pottery yarn bowl, and it's purple. I don't know how it's showing up on camera, but it's purple. And the reason it's a little later than my birthday is because when she contacted the gentleman who makes these, who hand makes these in Asheville, North Carolina, it's dougsmith.etsy.com. Because she contacted him, he doesn't usually make them in this color. And so she had to ask him to make one in this color just for me. And so I thought that was really sweet, and I love that. That's it. 27 minutes. Wow, that's a lot longer than normal. I opened that yarn bowl yesterday because I couldn't resist. I love that the box came marked fragile, and it had a big dent in the top of it. Thank goodness Doug packs them really, 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 really well. Like, he wraps cardboard around them and then puts a bunch of peanuts in there. So, because I know that someone has arrived broken, but he did replace it immediately. Mine was not broken. I'm really excited because I get to use it right away. Anyway, just remember, guys, that Jesus loves you and so do I, and I will see you soon. Bye.